Hello everyone. Today we are going to make gluten-free avocado toast. This is a very quick, healthy, and of course a delicious breakfast recipe. For this, you need half an avocado, 2 slices of gluten-free bread or any bread of your choice, juice of half a lemon, 1 tablespoon of chopped onions, half teaspoon of chopped jalapenos or chilies of your choice, a handful of cherry tomatoes cut into half, pinch of sesame seeds, flax seeds, and hemp seeds, some salt and pepper for seasoning. You can use any seasoning of choice also that you might want to add. I'm also going to use some crushed red pepper. While we make the mix for the avocado, we can go ahead and toast the breads in a toaster. Let's start by chopping small pieces of avocado and putting them in the bowl. Add the chilies, add the onions, squeeze half a lime or lemon, add some salt to taste, black pepper, and some red chili flakes. I like mine spicy. You can totally skip this step if you don't like spicy. And now we'll mix this all well together. The avocado spread is ready. Next, take the toasted bread and spread the paste on it evenly. Now let's garnish with some fresh cherry tomatoes, some sesame seeds, some flax and hemp seeds. And there you go, your toast is ready. Hey everyone, I am so excited to cook my favorite pasta recipe today. It's my go-to recipe which is super quick and of course it turns out into a delicious pasta. For this recipe, we need a packet of spaghetti. I'm using a gluten-free spaghetti. You could use any kind that you need. This is about 12 ounces. 300 grams of cherry tomatoes which are cut into halves. A couple of leaves of basil. Some sliced roasted almond which will be used for garnishing. 4 to 5 cloves of garlic which are finely chopped. Some black pepper to taste. I have 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes because I like more chilies. You can add it to your spice level. Of course, some olive oil. You could use any extra virgin olive oil that you like. To start with, take a big container, fill it with water, and we'll add 1 tablespoon of salt as it comes to a boil. As you can see, the water is almost at boiling. And now I'll add the spaghetti to this. Don't break the spaghetti, just add it as a whole. It will sink in slowly and no need to add any oil at this stage. Let this boil and this will cook for 10 to 15 minutes until the spaghetti is almost 85% done. So while the spaghetti is boiling, let's prepare the sauce. Take a pan, heat it, and add 3 to 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Once the oil is heated, keep it on a medium high and then add in the garlic and saute it for 3 to 4 minutes. As the garlic starts to roast, add in a few basil leaves so it can leave in the aroma and cook for another minute or so. Time to add the cherry tomato. Also add the salt at this point. You don't want too much because there is already some in the pasta. Give it a good mix and let it cook for another 10 minutes till the tomatoes become nice and mushy. As the tomatoes start to cook and leave some water, start pressing them a little, not too much, so it releases some juices that will add to the sauce. The tomatoes are almost done. At this stage, I will add the chili flakes and some black pepper powder. Give it a good mix. Now it's time to add the spaghetti. Don't strain the spaghetti. You just use some tongs to pull it out so it does carry some of its water that will add to the sauce. We just added the pasta and I'm also going to use some of the leftover pasta water and we will add this so the pasta doesn't stick together and it will add to the sauce. We need to cook this for another 10 minutes. Keep adding the pasta water as you like. Give it a nice gentle mix. The pasta is ready. As you can see, it's not sticking. It's the perfect texture. And now it's time to deplate it. Deplating is very essential too. After you're done drizzling the parmesan, just garnish it with basil leaves, sprinkle in some olive oil, and then just the roasted almonds. And ta-da, it is all ready to go. Hope you like the recipe. Please do like, share and subscribe and leave the feedback about how you like it. Thanks all. Hi everyone, I'm back and the recipe today is the cabbage and chana dal sabzi. This is another of our super quick, easy to make and very healthy recipes. To make this, you need 400 grams of chopped washed cabbage, 1 cup of chana dal which is soaked for about 30 minutes, ghee, 2 teaspoons of grated coconut, a few curry leaves, turmeric powder which is 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, half teaspoon mustard seeds, half teaspoon garam masala, half teaspoon dry mango or amchur powder, 3 to 4 dried chilies, and of course some oil. Take a non-stick pan and heat 2 teaspoons of oil. Once the oil is heated, add some ghee. Add all the masalas. Let's start with mustard seeds and the curry leaves and the dry red chilies. Next we will add the soaked chana dal. After 5 minutes of stirring and cooking, this is how the chana dal should look like. Next, we will add all the dry masalas. Mix them well. Roast this for 2 to 3 minutes. Now it's time to add our cabbage. Mix this well. Once it's mixed well, keep the flame high and keep stirring because the cabbage is going to lose some water, and so it's best that we keep stirring so that it is crunchy. We don't have to overcook the cabbage because we want the crunch on it. So we will just cook this for another 5 minutes and this dish is ready. Turn off the gas and now just add some grated coconut. Hi everyone, today we'll be baking a grain-free cake with no artificial sugar added. To make this, you need half cup almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of milk, 1 egg. I have 1 big ripe banana, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of baking soda added to 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt, 1 tablespoon of coffee powder, some vanilla extract. You'll need about 3 tablespoons of date syrup as a sweetener, a handful of nuts. While we make the batter, we will preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Let's start by adding the banana and mashing it. Once the banana is mashed, we'll add the egg. Add 2 to 3 drops of vanilla essence, 3 teaspoons of date syrup, and let's mix all of this together. Next, add the oil. Mix well. To this, add the almond flour, add the coconut flour, add the coffee powder, and let's combine all of this together. Carefully fold in the mixture in one direction. Now we'll add half of this milk just to ensure that we get a batter-like consistency. Add the remaining milk and mix well. Let's add in the baking powder, the baking soda, and the pinch of salt. And lastly, let's add these dried fruits. The batter is ready and we'll transfer this to a greased baking dish. Let's add the batter to the baking dish. And now, time to bake it. We will bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 40 to 45 minutes. And the cake is ready, and I will allow this to now cool down for about 30 minutes. So today we are making grilled cauliflower. It's an air fry recipe, so minimal oil and quick to make. To make this, you need half a cauliflower. This is washed and cut into bigger size pieces. Half a lemon, 3 teaspoons of olive oil or any oil that you prefer, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of dry ginger powder, red chili powder to taste, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and half a teaspoon of garam masala powder. To start with, let's put all the spices in the bowl. Mix them well. To this, we will add some olive oil and mix it well. When the spices are well mixed, we will squeeze half a lime into this. Mix this well. Now just add all the cauliflower in. Mix the cauliflower well so that all the spices are coated on it evenly. As you can see, the cauliflower is well coated. At this time, we will move all of this into the air fryer I will air fry this for 20 minutes at 350 degrees. In the middle, you can actually take it out after 10 minutes, shake it a little bit, and then put it back again. So a total of 20 minutes of cook time at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have an air fryer, you can actually put it in an oven. Bake it for again 25 minutes at a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius. Let's transfer this to the air fryer. There you go, the roasted cauliflower is ready. Enjoy it with a nice hummus dip. It's the summer season, and what better than a high-protein yogurt mint cooler? To make this, we need 1 cup of iced water, 3 to 4 fresh mint leaves, 150 grams of Greek yogurt, this is a non-fat plain yogurt version, half a teaspoon of roasted cumin powder, and salt to taste. Next, transfer all the ingredients in a blender cup one by one. Fresh mint leaves, salt to taste, and now the water. Now we'll just blend all of this together. Let's pour this blended drink into the cup. Garnish with some roasted cumin powder and fresh mint. Hi everyone, today we'll be making grilled cottage cheese sandwich. This is a quick recipe again, very high on protein as we'll be using primarily cottage cheese as the filling, and we will completely avoid oil by just toasting the breads in the toaster. Choose the bread that you need of your choice. To make this recipe, I have used 100 grams of cottage cheese, which is grated. There is 3 tablespoons of freshly cut onion, 2 tablespoons of finely chopped green bell pepper, some green chilies to taste, some fresh coriander, black pepper and red pepper, and of course some salt. To make the mixture, we'll transfer all these ingredients into the bowl. After transferring all the ingredients into the bowl, we'll add some salt to taste, a little bit of black pepper. If you like spicy, add some chili flakes too. Now mix these well. The filling is ready. Now just toast 2 breads of your choice and we will fill it with this. I have some toasted sourdough bread here, and now we will add the filling. Give it a generous fill. There you go. Your sandwich is ready. Hi guys, today we're going to make a quick, very healthy boiled egg sandwich. So that's made with boiled egg and mayo. So take 2 eggs, depending on how many you want to do. This would roughly make about 2. And then finely chop your eggs. Now we'll chop some cilantro. Now we'll get a bowl and mix everything into the bowl. So first goes all the eggs and the cilantro. So now we'll add some mayo. You can actually put white mayo and ketchup too, but then this is the one that I prefer. Add some chili flakes, depending on how spicy you want it. Add some black pepper. Add salt to taste. I like to use black salt, rock salt. I also like cumin powder, so you can add some or you can completely skip it. So this is just adding some cumin powder. Then we mix it all together. So our filling is ready, and now I'm gonna get 2 toasted breads. You can use any kind of bread. If you want to make it healthy, you can go for gluten-free or you could go for a whole wheat or sourdough. It goes well with any kind of a bread. So bringing in the bread, I have 2 toasted breads here. I'm Then I'm just going to fill this up. And that's it. Just put the other one on top. Now let's kind of cut it. And that's your breakfast sandwich or a snack sandwich ready. Super healthy, very low calorie and quick to make. Hope you have fun. Let me know how you like it. Hi all, it's summertime and who doesn't desire ice cream? So let's make a sugar-free and guilt-free ice cream. This recipe will yield 2 big scoops of ice cream. To start with, you need 1 big ripe banana. You can make it 2 if you have medium-sized bananas. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. 1 bowl of milk. You can use any dairy-free option as well. Nuts of your choice. I am using sliced almonds. And 1/4 teaspoon of coffee powder. This is totally optional if you don't like the flavor of coffee. Next, peel the banana and cut into medium-sized pieces. Put these pieces in a Ziploc bag and we will freeze them for 24 hours. That's our frozen bananas after 1 day. Next, take a blender, add the frozen bananas, add the dry fruits, coffee powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. We'll add milk little by little as we blend this, and now we'll blend it. That's how the mixture is going to look when it's ready. At this time, we will remove it and place it in a dish to freeze. Now we will place it in the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours, and then this is ready to scoop out and enjoy. Remove your ice cream from the freezer and let's scoop it out. So today we'll be making fresh lavender lemonade, and this is the season for lavenders to bloom, so I'm sure a lot of you have fresh lavender in your gardens already, like I do here. The ingredients are going to be freshly squeezed lime juice, so that's about 1.5 juice lime squeezed, some black salt or rock salt, fresh mint from your gardens, fresh stick of lavender here, some ice, a few wedges of lime or lemon, monk fruit. It's a 0 sugar and 0 calorie sweetener. And then of course we have freshly made lavender syrup, and you can check in my recipe of how to make fresh lavender syrup on your own. That's what I made last week. Let's start by adding a few spoons of lemon juice. So I added about 5 spoons. We should then add a little bit of salt. We don't want too much salt on it because we don't want to make it too salty. Sweetness goes better with lavender. And then we should add some ice cubes. 3 to start off now. Adding some sweetener, and then you just stir it. Add a little bit of fresh mint. We will add some lavender syrup. Now I will add some lime wedges and more ice, and of course time to pour in your water. Your lavender lemonade is ready. Hey everyone, the best thing about summer is mangoes and of course ice cream. So today let's make a sugar-free mango ice cream. To make this, you need 4 ripe mangoes which are chopped, peeled and frozen for 2 to 3 days, 2 tablespoons of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of monk sugar. This is a 0-calorie sweetener. You could use Splenda or regular sugar or totally skip it if you have very sweet mangoes. And half a cup of milk. You could use dairy-free options as well or vegan milk. Next, take a blender and add all the ingredients one by one. Add half the milk, don't add all of it. We want to slowly add this milk so you get the required texture. Now let's blend it together. Add some more milk and blend again. This is the kind of texture you are looking at. And now we'll pour it into a setting dish. Cover this with a cling film and refrigerate for 3 hours before it's ready to use. The ice cream has been freezing for 3 hours and now we can take it out and remove. Look at that. Let's scoop out some ice cream. Hello everyone, today we will make a delicious and of course super healthy tea time snack called muthia. This is different from the traditional recipe as we will use a number of high protein ingredients to add more richness here. To make this, you need half cup almond flour, 2/3 cup of besan or gram flour, 1 cup of chopped spinach or palak, 200 grams of grated lauki or bottle gourd, 2 to 3 green chilies per your spice levels, 3 teaspoons of oil, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 8 to 10 curry leaves, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, a pinch of hing or asafoetida, half teaspoon of cumin powder, half teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1/4 teaspoon of carom seeds or ajwain, half teaspoon of garam masala powder. Next, take a mixing bowl and add all the ingredients one by one. Let's start by adding the besan or the gram flour, the almond flour, the lauki or bottle gourd, spinach, green chilies, ginger garlic paste. Now we'll add all the masalas. Now give this a good mix. Remember, the lauki will leave water, so you don't need to add any additional water to bind this together. Feel the consistency. If it's too thin, you can add more gram flour. Our dough is now ready. It is in a good consistency where you can actually roll it into balls. At this time, take some oil in your hands and start rolling it into a dough. You don't want it too big, something you can cut in later. That looks perfect. The muthia rolls are now ready. I will refrigerate this for about 30 minutes. Till then, we'll get the steaming ready. Take the steaming container and just coat it with a little bit of oil. To steam, take a big container, add some water and allow it to boil. The container is ready and now I'll place the muthia onto this for steaming. Cover this and let it steam for 25 minutes. This is all steamed up. As you can see, they have swelled up a little bit. We'll turn off the heat and we'll allow it to cool for 20 minutes. This is the steamed muthia. It is cooled down and now we will cut them into pieces. Each piece should be about half an inch. And now let's give them a good tadka. Take a non-stick pan and add 2 teaspoons of oil. Once the oil is heated, I'll add the mustard seeds. Add the curry leaves and now add the muthia. And cook well on both sides for at least 5 minutes each till you see a nice crispy golden layer on top. Now flip this. As you can see, this is starting to turn golden. That's what you need. You can see the muthia is well cooked now. It's become all nice and golden brown on both sides. At this time, turn off the heat and it's ready to serve. The muthia is all ready. Enjoy with different kinds of chutneys. I have tamarind here and mint chutney here. Hi everyone. So today we are making the breakfast of the champions. My husband won't start his day without this. So we make this every single day. It's a quick recipe. All you need is eggs. I'm starting with 2 eggs, 3 teaspoons of oats, you could use instant or rolled oats, 1 teaspoon of hemp seeds, handful of chopped broccoli, handful of chopped green bell pepper or capsicum, chopped onion, some turmeric, salt to taste, and some black pepper. Let's get started. Use the same bowl and I'll crack the eggs in the bowl. Whisk this well. Now we will add all the vegetables. Add the hemp seeds and add the oats and mix all of these well. Let this sit for 5 to 10 minutes because you want those oats well soaked in the egg. Heat a non-stick pan, add 2 to 3 drops of oil and spread it well. Now we will add the egg. We will cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes. After 5 to 6 minutes, lift the lid. You can see that it started cooking. At this time, we will flip it. Press this well so you get it crispy on one end. Cook this for another 4 to 5 minutes and then your egg is all done. Hey everyone! First of all, a very happy Navratri to all of you who are celebrating. In honor of the occasion, today I shall make a fasting friendly or a vrat friendly paneer recipe. To make this, we need 2 tomatoes, 2 green chilies, 10 to 12 cashews, half an inch of ginger peeled, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, some freshly chopped coriander, desi ghee or any kind of oil that you want to cook in. This is about 3 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. This is sendha namak that you use during the fasts, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half cup of milk. You could use milk of any kind. You could use a dairy-free option as well. And of course, we have paneer, that's cottage cheese. This is 150 grams. To start with, take a mixer jar, add the tomatoes, the green chilies, ginger and the cashews. And now we will churn them in a mix. We will blend this till we get a fine paste. That's the fine paste and we shall keep this aside. Next, take a pan, heat it, and once it is heated, we'll add in the ghee or any oil of your choice. Next, add in the cumin seeds. And now we'll add the coriander. Saute for 30 seconds. And now time to add the paste. Give this a good mix. Cook for 5 minutes on a medium flame. You can see that the oil has started to separate out. It's on the top and on the sides. At this time, reduce the flame to a medium and then add in the milk. And keep stirring quick. You don't want the milk to curdle. So don't stop stirring till it mixes very well and cooks. As you can see, the curry is starting to come to a boil. Time to add in the paneer at this time. Cut it into small cubes or the way that or the shape that you desire and add it. Slowly mix in the paneer. You don't want to break it. I'm also adding some of the water with the leftover curry to get the desired consistency. I added about half a cup and now I shall bring it to a boil and we should be all done. You can see that the paneer has come to a good boil and at this time we won't overcook it. This is ready. Hi everyone, I have been having major sweet cravings recently and so I ended up making these delicious high protein fruit sandwiches. We'll make 2 variations today. The first is going to be a strawberry sandwich and the second is going to be a grilled peach sandwich. And I assure you, you're gonna love it. To make this, you need 3 to 4 strawberries, 1 whole peach, 4 slices of bread of choice. I'm using sourdough, some cheddar and mozzarella slices, 2 to 3 spoons of almond butter. You could use peanut butter as well. Some regular butter just to toast the bread, and of course honey for the drizzle. Let's start by chopping the fruits. take a heated pan and add some butter. Keep it on a medium flame and now add the peaches. Cook them on both sides for about 4 to 5 minutes each. Transfer these into a plate and keep them aside. Next, take the 4 slices of bread and we'll spread some almond butter on one side. Next, let's add the strawberries on one and the peaches on the second one. Let's add peaches to the second one. Next, we will add in some cheese. So I'm going to add a mix of both mozzarella and cheddar. And now, time to drizzle some honey. We drizzle the honey. Let's add some butter very lightly. And now time to toast it. Time to gently flip it. Our sandwiches are almost ready. And there you go, your sandwiches are ready. This is the amazing peach sandwich and that's your strawberry sandwich. Enjoy! Hi everybody, today we're gonna make some super healthy, delicious, guilt-free oats cookies. We need 1.5 cup of instant oats, some cranberries which are dried for sweetness. There is a slightly overripe banana. More the ripe banana, the sweeter it turns out. There is some peanut butter. You could use almond butter instead, whatever you prefer. I have about 1/2 cup of milk. You can use dairy or non-dairy milk, some vanilla essence. To start, I'm going to peel the bananas and we will mash it. Add about 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, a teaspoon of peanut butter or almond butter. I'm going to add half of the milk that I have here and then mix this all together. Add our oats to the mixture, add our cranberries for the extra sugar and mix well. And now we will transfer this to a baking dish. I have my baking dish here and I'm just going to spray some oil very lightly. And now we will place the cookies here. So just take it like a spoon at a time and just put it on your baking dish and slightly press it. You don't want it too thin. Just give it a quick oil spray on top as well, and that is it. I'm going to take this and bake this now at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Our freshly baked cookies are ready. You can see they have a slight tint of brown. So you want to ensure, even sometimes if it's not done in 20 minutes for you, you want to ensure this kind of a color and texture. Let them cool for about 15-20 minutes. You don't want them to be hard. And then it's ready to eat. Enjoy with your coffee or your tea, totally guilt-free. Hi everyone. Today we'll make some sweet potato chaat, and to make this we will need 3 sweet potatoes here. There is coriander and mint chutney. This is the sweet tamarind chutney, which also you can make at home or you can get in the market as well. This is the juice of about 1 lime, some chaat masala and some rock salt or black salt. This is an air fryer recipe, so it is going to be very healthy, no oil and very quick. I will add the sweet potatoes here. You don't really need any oil in this. What I will do is I will let it fry for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and then I will shake it and then again fry for another 5 or 6 minutes. So this is our grilled or roasted sweet potato. This was in the air fryer. You can do it in the oven too if you like, and this was done in about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to peel it. Sweet potato is all peeled. It looks like this, and now we will start chopping them into block-sized pieces. Transfer all the sweet potato in a bowl, and now we will add the chutneys. 2 spoons of the mint coriander chutney, the lemon juice, chaat masala about half a teaspoon, some rock salt or regular salt, whatever you like. Again, to taste, so this is about half teaspoon. We'll now mix all of this together. Sweet potato is ready to be eaten. Enjoy this. Super low calorie, and do leave your comments and feedback below. Thank you. Hi everyone. Today we'll be making a tea time snack, and it's called sabudana vada or tapioca cutlets. This will be an air fryer recipe, and trust me, there will be no compromise on the taste. To make this, you need 1 cup sabudana or tapioca soaked overnight, 2 medium-sized boiled potatoes, 3 tablespoons of almond flour. This is to add the extra protein. You can totally skip it if you don't have it. 3 teaspoons of oil, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half teaspoon of garam masala powder, half teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of whole cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, some cut green chilies to make it spicy, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, salt to taste, and a handful of fresh chopped coriander. Next, we will mash the potatoes. Now we'll take a mixing bowl and add all the ingredients. Add the tapioca, add the potatoes, add the almond flour, and I'll add all the spices. Now we'll mash them all well together till they are well binded. This is well binded. Now I'll add 2 teaspoons of oil here and again mix it well. We are now ready to roll these into balls. To make the balls, take some oil on your hands and rub it so it doesn't stick, and then take a small handful and start rolling them. The vadas are all rolled up, and now we will cover this and refrigerate for about an hour, so it's just easier to make it when we fry it. Take the sabudana vadas out of the fridge and put them in the air fryer. Spray them with a little oil. And now we'll fry them for 15 minutes at 370 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius. After air frying for 15 minutes, take this out and flip the vadas. Spray some more oil on the other side and fry them for another 10 minutes. The sabudana vadas are all ready to eat. Hi everyone. So today we'll be making a super easy, quick, and of course a delicious tomato cheese dip. That is my absolute favorite at parties. So to make this, you need 300 grams of cherry tomatoes, which are cut into half, 3 big garlic cloves, which are minced, 3 to 4 fresh basil leaves, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 150 grams of Bouchon cheese. It's a French cheese and my favorite on this recipe. You can actually use any kind of cheese that you like. Salt and black pepper to taste. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And while the oven heats, take a baking dish and add the tomatoes. Add the basil leaves, spread them. Add the garlic, spread it too. Take the oil and spread it. Balsamic vinegar. Give this a good mix. Add some salt to taste. You don't want too much salt as the cheese does have some salt itself. And some crushed black pepper. Mix this. And now we'll transfer it into the oven and bake it for 40 minutes. The tomatoes have been baking for about 40 minutes. That's how they look. And next, I'll add some cheese and we'll bake this again for 10 minutes. Make some space in the middle of the baking dish and I will place the cheese right in this end. Now we'll bake this for another 10 minutes at 350 degrees Celsius or 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So after 10 minutes in the oven, this is how it looks. You can see the cheese is melted, and at this time just spread it slightly around. You don't want to mix it too hard, you just want to let it blend in. Garnish with some pine nuts if you like and some basil leaves. Hi everyone, given it's the summer season and we have watermelon everywhere, so today I will be making the watermelon sparkling lemonade. You need juice of half a lemon, 1 small cup of watermelon cubes, 1.5 teaspoons of monk fruit sugar, which is 0-calorie sweetener. You can use honey instead, or you can use stevia or any regular sugar that you like. Of course, some ice, handful of fresh mint. This is a tahine salt, which is a spicy salt which has red pepper, LaCroix or sparkling water as you wish. That's a muddler and a stir. Let's start by adding 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, 3 to 4 pieces of watermelon, some fresh mint leaves, sweetener to taste, and some tahine salt. Muddle gently so you can release the flavors slowly of all the ingredients. Once done, mix it well. Let's wet the rim a little bit. Now you can take some salt on the lime and just put it on the rims. At this point, we are ready to add some ice, a couple of watermelon pieces, and let's put some fresh sparkling water. Mix this well and garnish with some mint and watermelon.